elections. Thank you for coming. All right. Before we start, let's lay down a few ground rules here, guys. When a candidate's up here speaking, please give them your 100% attention, guys. It is very nervous for some of these kids coming up in front of you to speak. So let's give them their full attention. Thank you. So let's kind of go over what we're going to do today. We have 12 candidates here today. There's 4 positions that we're running for. We have historian, secretary, treasurer, and president, vice president. After we listen to all the speeches, you'll be sent back to your classrooms where you will have a Google link where you will vote for the candidates. So kind of remember who is here and who you would like to vote for your ASB representation. I am going to start today with the historians. We'll start with historians and we'll go to treasurer, secretary, and then the president, vice president. Now, president and vice president will both run together. So when you're voting for the president and vice president, you select both of them just as if you were going to vote for the president and vice president in our national election, guys. So, without further ado, to make sure we have enough time, I'm going to introduce the historians, and I will bring, of course, the first 2 up. Well, actually, the first one up. The first historian candidate is Karina Batu. Who's coming up.
Associated Student Body Historian. I know you're all thinking, who's this girl? Why does she deserve my vote? Well, I would be thinking the same thing if I was in your position. However, here I am, ready to pitch myself to you, because I truly believe that I can make a difference. Has anyone here ever bought a yearbook and looked inside but only found brief glimpses of yourself, if any at all, except for individual portraits? Well, I for one have been in that very situation. In 6th grade, I was so eager to flip through all the yearbook pictures, capturing all the activities and events done here at our school. But to my disappointment, it turned out there were barely any pictures of me on any page. Since kindergarten, I've always looked forward to seeing how the yearbook turned out, as I'm sure many of you did as well. But once it was distributed, I saw maybe the back of my head or my outfit in 2 or 3 pictures, if I could even place which one was mine. Of course, I do not blame our amazing yearbook committee here at PRCS. However, I strongly believe that by assuming my position as historian, I will make an impact here by making sure everyone feels rightfully captured, since I also know what it's like to have a bad photo of you included in the yearbook. I will ensure that the yearbook staff and I work closely together to create one of the best yearbooks we possibly can. I assure you that I will put the time, effort, and thought necessary to leave my mark in the best way possible. Thank you for listening, and please think wisely about who you choose to make history with. Thank you.
Thank you, Karina. The next candidate for historian is Jude Nicole.
My name is Jude. Many of you probably know me as your friend or hearing my name being called by my fellow friends or classmates. Some may say, a lot of people do say I have a lot of friends, but a lot of those friendships took time to make and get in touch with people. And I'm still nervous going up here to do my speech, but I don't think I'm that nervous anymore because I did have a little bit of practice when I was in Nova. And actually, one of my favorite lyrics from one of my favorite musicals, Dear Evan Hansen, says, "Have you ever felt like nobody was there?" That lyric kind of ties of how we were all stuck in quarantine. But, and of course, we miss each other and we couldn't hang out, but we all recall of when we could. And we always look back and smile at those photos. And that's where I come in. Jaden De Leon, one of the students graduating in 2022, will be your historian. If you vote for me, I promise you I'll take a bunch of photos and keep them. Even if people forget PRCS, I will still remember about my time here. This was the first school where I met a bunch of people that are different and creative in some way. And it's how I met really a whole lot of my friends. And if you look at one of my posters, you can see that poster has pictures of my new friends that I made this year. And my main goal is to make sure that everyone here is included in every single photo so they don't feel left out. After all, we are all a community, and whenever one of us we need help, the community will always be there for one another. And that concludes my speech, and remember to vote me, Jaden De Leon, for historian.
Candidates for historian, guys. So now next we're going to look at treasurer. We have two candidates for treasurer. We have Vikas Gowani and Nathan Wang. And Vikas, good afternoon, middle school students. I have a question for you guys. Raise your hand if you were ever in Miss Wanji's third grade classroom. It's good to see some fellow students. I have a story to tell you. When I was in Miss Wanji's third grade classroom, we had a ticket system where if you behaved well, and completed your given assignments, you'll be rewarded with a ticket. To me, those tickets were very meaningful, and I wanted to continue to save them. With those tickets, you can spend them on prizes like a Tech Time Pass every single Friday. As I recall, I had never purchased anything using my tickets. Then as the school year was coming to an end, Miss Wanda had announced that she would be hosting a pizza party for those having 50 tickets. At the end of the school year, I had a total of 350 tickets. And this meant I could bring myself and 6 friends to the pizza party. And that's exactly what I did. Instead of spending my tickets on something I felt that was unuseful, I decided to create a memory that to this day I will never forget. Now you might be asking, what is the point of this story? Well, from a young 3rd grader point of view, I was already budgeting things in my head. As I was already seeing things if it was valuable or not. I was innately already being a treasurer because I was putting a value in tickets and deciding if it was worth spending. I was already being a treasurer without even knowing it. My name is Mikash Mamani. I'm in 8th grade now running for ASB treasurer. Now you might be asking, what makes me the best choice as a treasurer? A treasurer, first of all, we need to know what a treasurer is. A treasurer is a person that is appointed to manage financial assets and liabilities of a body. I believe that I can fit the role of a treasurer since I have many qualities of being very financially experienced, having an orderly mindset, knowing how to budget my money, and most importantly, communicating with the people around me. Just as I brought my 6 friends in a 3rd grade party for a pizza party, I want to create enjoyable events that bring us together as a school. I appreciate your time today. Thank you. My name is Mikash Mamani. Thank you, Vikas. Now we'd like to listen to the other candidate for treasurer, and that is Nathan Wang.
Friday Coyotes. A good company starts with a great budget. A great organization starts with excellent planning. Hi, I am Nathan Wayne, an 8th grader at our school. I am running for ASB treasurer. I have experience in both student government in elementary school and now ASB. My skill set is in math, planning, and getting along with people. I am also reliable, detailed, and trustworthy. If you vote for me, you can be assured that ASB financials are in good hands. After a year away from the classroom, you need someone experienced and eager to get things going. I believe I'm the right person for the job. I thought really hard about what I would want to be and to achieve as treasurer this year. I do know that we all suffered from the COVID-19 pandemic a lot, and it still is not behind us yet. But I see brighter days ahead, and I will be together and build memories together with all of you. With me as your treasurer, you can count on me to look out for you, your safety, and I will always be open to ideas from all students. I want to be your representative if you'll give me the chance. This year, we'll be tapped to do many events, but we can still find fun activities to do safely at school. We are in unprecedented times, and I would love to hear your thoughts on how ASB can make your school experience better. I also care about the students who come after us, and I am for sure many of you have younger siblings who will be at the school in the future. If we can find a way to fundraise and save for the future, we can make sure they can get the chance to experience the fun events we used to do before COVID. Now, please remember to vote Nathan for treasurer. It just makes sense.
Good job, Nathan. All right. Next position we are going to be listening to is the secretary position. My favorite because they do a lot of my dirty work. So Secretary Dylan Marcus is up there.
Good afternoon. This election presents us all with a clear choice. It is a choice between continuing things the way they have been done or electing a leader who can bring fresh ideas and perspectives. I am Dylan Marcus, and I am part of the graduating class of 2022. I believe that my experience and personality will help me offer new ideas. Above all, I believe my most important job will be to listen to you and communicate with you regularly. This afternoon, I am asking for your vote. Here are a few ideas I believe we can achieve together. Number 1, communicate your ideas into the council meetings. Number 2, make the school a safe environment for learning. And number 3 might sound a little cliche, but also make the school a better place. As you can see, the future depends on our ability to work together. Cooperation and teamwork will get us far. If you elect me as your secretary, I vow to lead with openness and honesty. Together, we can make a team. I will lead with our best interests in mind. I welcome all of your ideas for making our school better. I know voting for someone requires a lot of trust. I am willing to work hard every day to earn your faith. I humbly ask you this afternoon for your vote. Together we can achieve great things. Thank you for listening, and remember to vote me, Dylan Marcus, for president.
Good job, Dylan. Now our second candidate for secretary is Elisa Jackson.
Good afternoon, Porter Ranch Middle School. I am Elisa Johnson, an 8th grade student, and I am running for the secretary position. When you vote for me for secretary, you are voting for a positive change, for a voice that hears yours and jots down your brilliant ideas. I'm very detail-oriented, an excellent note-taker, and I like to work in team environment. I have been at the school for 9 years, and the school has done so much for me that this is my chance to give back positively. My goal for being secretary is to work with my team to organize events so we can move forward with ideas and goals. The first goal I would like to achieve is to help organize events so we plan the school year and work with my team to execute them. These events will help to make sure that you have a wonderful middle school experience. Being detail-oriented will also help with keeping organized so we can move efficiently. Another goal I have that I would like to achieve is that I would like to set up a platform that gives you all the opportunity to voice your opinions and ideas. I would also like to make sure that all your voices are heard and that the selection process is done fairly. And remember, I can keep the notes if you give me your vote. Thank you.
Alright, thank you, Dylan and Elisa. Alright, now we're going to get to the president and vice presidents. Now, how we're going to do this is both president, guys, both president and vice president are going to come up to the stage. The vice president will do a speech, and then the president will do a speech. So the first couple that will come up are Solik and David.
Leadership, the action of leading a group of people or organization. Realize that this definition says action, not position. Hello, I'm David Tejeda and I'm running for vice president. It is my belief that leadership is the taking of action towards issues and problems that affect all of us. If you vote David Tejeda and Salkian, you'll see that these problems are fixed and taken into action. One action that we will take is to add Spirit Days to the school year. These Spirit Days will be inclusive and very enjoyable for all the students. It is actually scientifically proven that students that are happier do better overall in and outside of school. The other thing that Salak and I will do is try to obtain better sport equipment for nutrition and lunch. Sometimes the sport equipment is unusable or it just runs out. And physical activity is very important and beneficial for kids in our age group. To sum up everything, if you vote Solid and David, you'll see change in our school. We understand that students are the essentials to the school, and we acknowledge the issues, small and big, that should be fixed. Our goal is to make sure that students are comfortable and feel at peace when they come to school.
Change is an interesting thing. Some dread it, others long for it. But no matter what, change is inevitable. Inevitability is also an interesting thing. If something is inevitable, you can't stop it no matter what. And a lot of people do not understand how intrinsically these two things are connected. One cannot exist without the other. So what's interesting is that we can change change. We, as a collective body, have the ability and the capacity to change whatever we wish. One example is the room we're sitting in right now. Here in this room, you will decide a new president and a new vice president. And that's my request. My request is that the lasting change you make for the rest of the school year will be to vote me, Salik Mian, for your president, and David Tejeda for your vice. In this speech, I could go on to make false promises or tell you about things that will never really happen. But instead, I will tell you true actions that I will take to important and pressing issues. One of these actions is the student store. A lot of the times in the morning, students don't have enough time to pack enough lunch or eat breakfast, and a really good solution to this is the student store, where students can purchase snacks that they enjoy. And some of you might not even know this, but there once was a time when the student store had everything. It had a wide variety of delicious snacks, but as of late, there hasn't been much variety. What we can do is we can confer with the people who run the student store, and as well as you guys, and we can collect data from what you want to see what we can get. Another thing we're venturing to do is take the input of not just the people in ASB, but everybody at the school. I believe that everyone has their own experiences at school, which results in unique ideas on how to improve it. We find it imperative to acknowledge those ideas, and to do this, we will put in place a suggestion box. This will probably be located in front of Mr. Mustard's classroom, but how it works is you write down your idea, put it in the suggestion box, and every so often we'll take them out, read them, and implement them into the school. My promise as ASB president is an ideology to make change. An ideology to change the place where you come every day for 5 days a week and spend most of your time. Because change is inevitable, and it's in the hands of you. It's in the hands of you, the person next to you, and the person next to them. It's you guys who are necessary to anything. A school wouldn't be a school without you. There is a reason why ASB stands for Associated Student Body. So the promise is inspiration, and to have ideas and solutions that don't go unheard. And my job, and David's job, will be to synthesize these ideas and bring them to life. Thank you, everybody, and remember to don't
All right, so and David, thank you very much. Next group is Daniel and Luca.
Have you ever had that one person in your competitive FPS game that carries you throughout the whole match? Hello, my name is Luca Terzi, and I am running for Vice President with Daniel Un as President. I am a shot caller when it comes to video games and leading. I call rotations and also like to carry my team. I talk a lot. Teachers can confirm that. I will use this character trait to communicate with ASB and share all of your wonderful ideas to help improve the school. There is no place like home. The definition of home is subjective. When it comes to the topic of what is home, people tend to look at the English dictionary definition, relating to a place where someone lives. I personally believe that home can be anywhere, somewhere you belong. This year, Daniel and I will lead ASB to make this school feel more like home. We will strive to bring everyone closer together. How will we do this, you might ask? We will plan to suggest events that will include everyone and also get people to know each other. Something that can help us get to know each other. For example, a bingo scavenger hunt with squares that require you to know your teammates and work together to succeed. Maybe even events where you can troll with your friends. If you vote for me and Daniel, I promise to lead alongside him to improve ASB. Quarantine is gone, but home doesn't have to be. Vote Daniel Un for president and Luca Terzi for vice. Thank you, and remember, stay
What does it mean to be a leader? I learned what it means to be a leader when I was a team captain in our local robotics team. I was on the team for 3 years. I led my team to multiple tournament wins and even a spot in Vex Worlds twice. How did I do this? I listened to my teammates and built on their individual skills. I got to know my teammates. A leader is not someone who not only leads, but someone who can listen, communicate, and learn with their peers. A leader is someone who understands that they need help from their team or friends. Hello. My name is Daniel and I'm running for president with Luca Terzi as vice. My main goal is to make the environment of the school feel more like home. I want a school where everyone feels that they belong in something. I know how it feels to be left out, and it really sucks to go to school and constantly feel uncomfortable. One thing I learned from COVID-19 is that made all of us disciplined, physically and mentally. We see each other for almost 30 hours a week. We're practically a second family. I want to make everyone closer to each other and make a community where everyone feels like they belong. I will lead ASB to make school events that are fun and engaging. I can think of a couple right now. Relay races, tournaments for specific activity, and class competition. Your opinion matters. Everyone here has heard those words multiple times in their lives and are sick and tired of hearing it over and over. Now I'm going to be honest with you, I am too. It's been implemented before and stated before in the speech. A box of suggestions, questions, and comments. Want something for a school event or want to ask a question about an upcoming one? Write your question suggestion on a piece of paper with your email and put it into the box. I will attempt to respond to everyone's questions, suggestions, and comments. I will listen, communicate, and learn with my peers in ASB to make school feel more like home. Quarantine is gone, but home isn't happy. Both Daniel and I have good physical
All right, thank you, Daniel, and thank you, Lisa. Okay, guys, last two candidates for President and Vice President, Christine Chung and Ava Van.
Hello, middle schoolers. My name is Ava Tan, and I'm running for Vice President with my fellow peer Christine Chung as President. I will always try my hardest to support Christine and to advise her, using and taking the feedback of others, all of you, into consideration. As an 8th grader who has attended PRCS since kindergarten, I've seen firsthand how Porter Ranch has helped me grow and change as a person, and I want to contribute to that positive change by leaving my own mark here. I will always be authentic and empathetic, as I've been in everyone's position as a 6th, 7th, and 8th grader, who is now trying to leave this school in confidence that I did all I could to make this school a better place. Christine and I believe that we can help this school reach its full potential and keep it at its very best. While under quarantine constraints, we are not able to do very much as a school community. And as someone who experienced middle school from before COVID, I miss school assemblies along with spirit and house days. Hopefully we can even get our dances up and running. I promise to take all of your opinions into account and will always try our hardest to give you the best school experience possible. After COVID-19, we should all be very appreciative that we're back to in-person learning and that we can see our friends, teachers, and peers again. I know we all say we dislike school, but online learning was more difficult, and I, for one, am super grateful to everyone who worked so hard to get us back into our classrooms. It's been a big wake-up call to everyone, and we are now in the realization that school is an important part of our lives, and it's crucial now to realize just how much we need to maintain it. Thank you for taking the time to listen to us today, and remember, please vote for Ava.
Having been an ASB for the past 2 years, I know what it takes to be a great president.
Could someone please call the main office? Please call the main office.
I know what it takes to be a great president because as Danish philosopher Søren Kierkegaard said, life can only be understood. Hi, my name is Christine Chung, and I want to be your ASB president. Having been an ASB for the past 2 years, I know what it takes to be a great president. Because as Danish philosopher Søren Kierkegaard said, life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards. Whilst working alongside Ava Tan, I promise to make sure that you have the best year yet at PRCS. It will be a year full of new ideas and exciting events that we can plan together. I will not just try, but I will make sure that your voices are heard. I'm a great listener and passionate about leading others to help make good decisions to benefit not only our school, but ourselves. Just as PRCS has helped me to overcome many obstacles, making me a stronger and more confident individual, I will work hard to ensure that we set and achieve goals that can bind us together so that we can rise as one. As author Roy T. Bennett once said, believe in yourself. You are braver than you think, more talented than you know, and capable of more than you can imagine. Students need a voice, so make the right choice. Vote Christine Chung for president and Ava Tan for vice president. Thank you.
All right, guys, so you listened to all the speeches, but before we leave and you go back to your classroom and you do your final voting, we have one more thing we're going to do. Oh, wait till it's quiet. All right, one of these student bodies is going to be doing, of course, you hear it, is the caught being good. And of course, today is Friday, so we're going to, of course, do the first caught being good in front of everybody for a $10 gift card here. So, Miss Arnie.
First caught being good, Ryan Turk, 7th grade.
All right, guys, at this time, you are going to go with your teachers back to your class. You'll get a link and you will do your voting. Voting will close at 3:27. So after 3:27, no more votes will be casted, all right? Thank you for coming. Thank you, candidates.